How are you today, Emilio?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Where did the name Redcoats come from?
It came from our bass player, Reese, had the idea to name the band Redcoats. There was no real story behind it at all, other than initially we really enjoyed the concept of, the red coat, and the reasoning behind them wearing it within a lot of wars was, to cover their weaknesses with something red to camouflage with the blood, and basically to always give off a very strong persona in any scenario.
That's actually a really good reason for a band to name themselves, because you were a little insecure at the start and you wanted to hide your weaknesses.
Yeah, basically. And, now I guess it's as strong as it can be, and it gives off that representation, so it worked out pretty well.
And now you feel that strength.
That's exactly right.
And it's growing, I guess. You were number 76 on the Triple J Hot 100.
Yeah, not a bad way to start off.
Yeah, although there was a lot of stuff higher than you that shouldn't have been, in my opinion. You've been together since 2009. What's been so far your best experience as in the band?
Each and every day we get offered different experiences which we all take on board. It's something new and exciting. But, definitely playing our first show in Sydney at Hordern Pavilion in front of about 6,000 people, that was amazing. And doing the tour through Festival Hall and, playing stadiums in Perth and stuff for our first major national tour was quite amazing for us.
That was with the Stone Temple Pilots?
That was, yeah. In hindsight, it would have been great if it was happening now, and we would have obviously understand it a lot more. But to kind of put our both feet in the doorway, I guess, as opposed to just one from the get-go, was an amazing experience.
And what were the guys from Stone Temple Pilots like? Were they friendly to you?
Yeah, they're very friendly guys. I mean, we only got a few opportunities to sit down and talk with them, and basically just a very brief meeting with them. They're very reclusive kind of guys. I guess at that level, they're in and out very quickly and play the show and basically get back to the hotel room. So the brief encounters we had with them were very enjoyable. And
do you want to be at that level, or do you feel that even if you were, you wouldn't want to be that reclusive?
I guess it's a bit difficult to know. I mean, they've obviously been playing for almost 3 decades, so it's hard to tell really from this point. We definitely want to be at that level and higher in the long term, but it's too hard to say. I'd like to think we would maintain a very confident way of speaking with people and being able to converse socially, but it's really difficult to know after you've been on the road for 25 years or something. You just don't basically know what you're going to turn out like.
Yeah, and probably a lot of support bands have come and gone in the meantime.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not an easy career path you've chosen.
No, but I guess the unknown is a little bit more enticing than the straightforward melodies of other occupations.
Yeah, it must be an adventure every day.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Are you working on your new album now, or have you got the songs already that you want to put on it? Yeah,
we're actually just about to head up into the studio in Byron Bay to record. We've got about 35 songs that we've been writing over the past couple of years that we've got to kind of filter down into an album. So we're getting to the important part of it all now, where we actually go into the studio and record them. So we're at an exciting point.
Did you say 35 songs?
Yeah.
Wow, you've been busy. That's when you escape to the country that you do most of that writing.
Yeah, the majority of it, but we've been lucky to do quite a bit of touring in the past year and the start of this year. So whenever we get the chance or whenever we have the ideas, we make sure we give them time to breathe.
You've done a lot of recording at Birdland Studios. Have you seen the studio you're going to record in now, and do you like it more, or you just want to do it in New South Wales this time?
We definitely want to get out of our hometown and basically just, I guess, isolate our thoughts and focus on, the goal at hand. We have seen the studio. It is definitely a different feel to Birdland. Birdland's been great to us, but I think the evolution of our writing and of our songs has definitely lended itself to, moving on to a different studio and kind of taking in a new surrounding to add to the sound. So we're looking forward to heading up there.
You signed to a record label?
Yeah, we're signed to Island and Universal.
All right.
Yeah.
And when you sign to a label as compared to just doing it on your own, are you finding it restricting, or is it freeing you up because you've got some backing now?
I mean, we did it off our own backs for a long time before we put ourselves in the position where we wanted to sign with a label. It's definitely helped us to focus on our music a lot and having a really strong network of people behind us, opening up networks and opening up doors that we wouldn't really ever be able to do off our own backs. But, at the end of the day, we're in a position now where we can just get up and play our music and basically just worry about that and not have to focus on any of the other parts of it as much.
What's the best advice you've ever been given in the music industry?
The best advice, basically just to maintain the feeling that you're trying to put out and that you're giving yourselves whilst you're playing. At the end of the day, if you're not feeling what you're playing anymore, you're doing something wrong. It should never be a struggle like that. It should always excite you to play, even if it is one song every night. It should have a different life every time. So that's something that we've picked up, from a lot of bands and, witnessed firsthand both sides of the spectrum where it's not felt and where it is felt, and we definitely know where we want to go. So that advice is probably something we would pass on, that has been passed on to us.
So I was just going to ask you, what advice would you give to a new band starting out? So that's it, is it?
Yeah, that's one of the pivotal parts of it all. It's to deal with the lows and definitely go through the lows, but, enjoy the highs as much as you can as well. Make sure you have that even balance and don't believe that it's all dandy and all happy all the time. But I guess endorse the sadder side of things and the unhappy parts of it just as equally, and definitely just work through it and find the people that are willing and working through it with you.
And how do you find having to do interviews and publicity and that? Do you enjoy that side of it, or is it a little bit tedious?
I find it very tedious. I mean, I understand that it's a way of connecting with people and offering different parts of our character, to a new fan base. I would never change the fact that we do them, but, sometimes it can be quite tedious.
Yeah, you get asked the same questions all the time.
No, that's it. I mean, people like yourself, you definitely ask different questions, but it's, sometimes it can just become a bit of a formality, one that's necessary anyway.
Yeah, as long as you don't hate it, that's all right, and don't hate the people you're talking to.
No, not at all.
You're very accommodating anyway. So are you planning to head overseas soon?
In the near future, it's definitely on our major scheme, or it's within our major scheme of things. We are planning on going overseas. But, we're organising it so that we don't basically go over there and play to empty rooms and, try and set ourselves up so that we can go over there and, I guess, use a profile that we've spent years building here to basically help us over there.
And so your music's available through iTunes, isn't it?
Yeah, iTunes and JB Hi-Fi and, on our website, which is www.redcoatsmusic.com. It's all available there.
You don't have an EP out either, do you?
Yeah, we released an EP July last year, so it's been going around for a while. So yeah, if you go into your record store, I'm sure they'll have a copy in there somewhere.
And when can we expect the album?
We're hoping to release at the end of July, and we'll definitely have some singles floating about before then. So it's basically full steam ahead from this point on. We're going to go in there and record, and then start letting it go to the people that want to hear it.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me again, and I do wish your band the best of luck.
Thank you so very much for having me.
That's all right, and maybe I'll talk to you again one day after the album comes out.
I look forward to it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.